you're in.
Oh my god!
It was
The coach was the basketball?
It was the gym teacher.
The basketball?
The killer was the math teacher.
Oh, I know why, before they say it.
Why?
Because she exploded her mind!
Sleep right now.
Why?
No. I'm confused. Why?
We'll figure it out after that.
Yeah,
He needs to learn how to lie better.
No, the thing is, literally our minds are trained just to make assumptions on people by the... Bro, I'm not racist.
You're racist?
What is the
first sentence? Our minds are trained just to assume on the way people look. That's literally racist.
On the way they look, not their skin color, bro.
I'm racist.
Bro, I was thinking of either the gym teacher or the gardener.
Yeah,
The gardener because of what he was holding, the gym teacher because he was big and strong.
that's racist. Why the garden?
That's not a race,
Yeah,
it's a
it is,
body
bro.
type.
It is. It's a problem.
Number 4, a lonely man. A lonely old man lived in his house in the suburbs of the city. He led a quiet life. Perhaps he was a homebody, as he never left his dwelling for long. It was a midsummer Friday when the mailman walked by and called out for the man. There was no answer coming from inside the house. The mailman looked into the window and, oh no, saw the man in a pool of blood. When the policeman arrived, he found Tuesday's newspaper, 2 bottles of warm milk, and 1 bottle of cold milk.
What is this?
The next day, the killer was arrested. Do you know how the police found out who it was so quickly? What is your idea?
How did he get to Tuesday's letter if he never went outside? So it was the mailman, because it says Tuesday, June 4th. You know, mailman and milkman both.
The milkman!
Newsman.
It was obviously the mailman.
Yeah, because
He knew that no one in that house would read a newspaper on Wednesday or Thursday. That's why he came only on Friday.
Told you.
Number 3, 2 pills.
Really?
A serial killer had a particular practice going.
Kind of buff.
He kidnapped people and made them take one of 2 pills. One was harmless, the other was poisonous. Whichever.
You're both already dead.
No, but they both took it.
No, he never swallowed. He never swallowed.
I don't
Here's
know.
the answer. The serial killer was tricking people. The poison was in the glass of water his victims drank, not in
Wait,
the pill.
they tricked us. They said one was...
Yeah.
Can they do that?
Yeah.
Even though they said...
Yeah, you can, buddy. My answer is more smarter. Just leave this room.
I think my answer was more smart.
He never swallowed.
Once, on a cold winter day, a tragedy happened. John found his friend dead in his own house. John called the police and said he was just passing by Jack's house when he decided to drop by to see him. He had been knocking and ringing the bell for a long time. However, all was silent. Perhaps Jack wasn't at home. But John could very well see the light in the room through a frozen window. He breathed on the ice window glass and saw Jack on the floor. Unexpectedly for John, the police arrested him as the main suspect. Why? 15 seconds to go.
They saw his footprints.
Yeah, okay. Oh wait, no, you can tell because you can't like unfreeze the window on the outside. You have to be on the inside. You can only do it on the...
Obviously, John hasn't thought his legend through. He wouldn't be able to unfreeze the window glass because it's usually icy on the inside.
Yeah, I got it.
Number 1, chemical substances. A famous chemist was murdered in his lab. There was no evidence found except for a piece of paper with the names of chemical substances on it. On the day he was murdered, the chemist had only 3 visitors: his wife Mary, his nephew Nicholas, and his friend Jonathan. The police arrested the murderer right away. How did they know who it was? A little hint. Pay closer attention to the note. answer is hidden in the note.
It's a friend.
This piece of paper had a clue. If you combine the short names of the chemical substances on the paper, you'll get a name. N-I-C-O.
Nicholas!
Even Johnny, this man remained a real chemist. Speaking of chemists, here's one for you. Johnny was a chemist's son, but Johnny is no more. For what he thought was H2O was H2SO4, which is, of course, sulfuric acid. Well, did you manage to solve these detective riddles?
No, you didn't.
No,
Neither did I.
You solved none of them.
We suck at this. What are you talking
You just said we solved none of them.
I solved like 2.
No, I solved like 4.
Bro, that's gross. That's just booger, dog.
Yeah.
And it has blood on it. Bro, get off. Get off. I'm not joking. I'm not joking, bro. I'm not joking.
Behind your lab. Retard right here.
Can you stain my shirt with your...
No, that's my...
Ew, get that. Ew. On my barf, bro. Yo, you got issues, man. Now, did you solve the riddles?
Yeah.
If you want to see the whole thing uninterrupted, in the description, go check it out. Thank you so much for watching. You can also check these guys out, but like, I highly don't suggest it.
Highly don't suggest. Okay, 2 negatives equals a positive.
Check it out.
Oh, I got it.
Highly don't suggest.
I got it. You type in reaction
One
time
negative.
exposed, and then you get my video. I got it.
If you want to check them out, we're gonna do a little like B-roll of what they're all about. Let's show.
I'm all about. I'm about to become a lifeguard right now. Here, become a lifeguard.
And you're back. That's great. Well, thank you for watching. Have a great one. Subscribe. Check out another video. And come on. Control yourself. Yeah.